Hey folks, Neil Beasley here. It is state championship time in Texas high school basketball. Let's get you warmed up. We're heading to San Antonio for the boys' state championships. Let's take a look at some DFW teams heading to state in the lineup. Three things you can almost always be sure of: death, taxes, and Duncanville basketball making a long playoff run. This year, the Panthers returned to state for the first time in 2 years, and boy, are they hungry for another title. After an epic win over Allen 77-74 in the state semi, Duncanville will be taking on Houston's Bel Air in the 6A Division I final. The Panthers are absolutely rolling behind TCU commit Bug Edwards, four-star sophomore Beckham Black, and high riser Cameron Smith. They'll be facing Duke commit Shelton Henderson in the final, but they should be the favorite. Look for David Peavy to use his coaching in title game experience to get another banner hung at Duncanville. Denton Greer will be playing just before Duncanville in the 6A Division II final against Katy Jordan. Greer has been pretty under the radar as they only reached 11th in the state rankings. But don't let that fool you. The Wildcats are on a roll in the postseason, led by point guard Jordan Lowry and sharpshooters Silas Rodriguez and Mason White. Greer was pretty dominant in their semifinal against College Park, where they held the Cavs to just 44 points. Katy Jordan does not put up big offensive numbers, but they do play solid defense. This game could be close, but look for Greer to get that first basketball state title. Birdville will be in the 5A Division I final against Beaumont Westbrook. The Hawks are 36-3, put on a three-point barrage against Frisco Heritage in the semis to advance 77-71. Birdville made 12 three-pointers, 8 of them in the first half, as they found their touch for sure. Avery Webb scored 18, Trent Bowers 17, as the Hawks poured it on. If Birdville can find the Alamo Dome's court to their liking, and they're able to shoot those threes at the same clip, the Hawks could be in line for their first state title.
Switch to Cricket and get nationwide 5G, so you can post that epic ooh. If you switch, you also get a free phone, which you need. Welcome to getting more. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Inside High School Sports is brought to you by Whataburger, just like you like it, and by Parker University. Check out our bachelor's degree in strength and human performance today.
We caught up to a big-time athlete from the Metroplex in this week's Recruiting Trail.
Camille Williams, point guard. I feel like the main thing for me is just that they're really family oriented. I feel like that's a big thing for me. I think how they are with their players as well, obviously wanting their players to get better on and off the court. I think those are the two things that I really concentrate on when I go on visits and stuff like that. So, yeah. I mean, I just, I want to go in there, learn new things, obviously, create relationships and all that. I want to leave a good legacy there when I get there, of course. I just want to make a name for myself and obviously help lead my team to, however far we go and just do great things, of course. So on the court, I think I'm like a very good facilitator. I think I can get the ball in the right spots. I can get my teammates in the right spots. I think I can score on every level. I think I'm aggressive and everything like that. I think those are the main things that describe me on the court. Off the court, I feel like I'm kind of the same off the court. Like I feel like I'm a good leader off the court. Like I feel like I just do a lot of things for other people. Like I'm not much of a selfish person. I want to encourage other people to, obviously maybe play basketball and do other things, but help them, like little girls, like mature and help understand everything in life. So, yeah. I want them to know that I feel like I'm a fully committed person to their program, any program. I think I could bring a positive impact to wherever I go. I think just me as a person, I feel like I can bring so much, and I think that's just they should know. I feel like I'm a great person. Like I said, on and off the court, I can do a lot of things. So I'm hoping to accomplish winning state. I think my team this year can go very, very far and make it to the championship. So I think I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to, just finishing out senior year. I'm ready, obviously ready to graduate, but I'm ready to just finish it out, do all the things I can while I can, because I know when I get to college, it won't be as much. So just finishing the high school experience and obviously making it to state. So, yeah. How I can push people like through adversity. I feel like, making my team very consistent in that way. I want to leave a like kind of different kind of legacy. Like I know it's not as different, but like a different type of leadership. I feel like I could bring the just things like that. I think is a major part of something I want to leave on and inspire other people. So
Switch to Cricket and get nationwide 5G so you can post that epic ooh. If you switch, you also get a free phone, which you need. Welcome to getting more. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Inside High School Sports is brought to you by Kubota, the #1 selling compact tractor in Texas. For details, visit gokubota.com. Kubota, together we do more.
Our Ward Fasold caught up with state champion head coach Ashley Greer of the Lincoln Lady Tigers in this week's Media Day segment.
It is Media Day, and we are joined with Lincoln head coach Ashley Greer, who's got that sweet trophy over his right shoulder. Well earned. Coach, I tell you what, man, we talked about this. We talked earlier this year, and I said, man, how would you rank this team with the other Lincoln ones? And you were like, I'm not going to rank nothing with nothing until we get the job done. That gold over your shoulder tells me you got the job done. Do you think you guys are comparable with some of these Lincoln after going through that whole journey this year and being nationally ranked? Do you think you guys are worthy of being talked about in that same sentence?
We put ourselves in great company for sure. I mean, we lost 2 games on the year, finished nationally ranked, finished with the ultimate prize over my right shoulder. And I think we stand in high regard with those other teams.
And you were talking about your lineup is so mixed in classifications as far as freshman all the way up to senior. This is something that you could probably carry on for a couple, 2-3 years, especially with Lene just being a freshman and whatnot. Talk about could we have a dynasty here? Could we see you taking that long bus ride to San Antonio for a couple of years in a row?
I think the experience that we gained with those younger girls, you look at the Lene Dallases, but also you look at the RJ Elders, who had a 50-point game, who won MVP of the state game. Yeah. She's only a junior. Jada Patterson, who has a good number of offers on the table. She's only a sophomore. So we bring back a large amount of experience off last year's team and this year's team.
Yeah, you talk about Jada. I mean, to stray from my plan of what I'm talking about, but you watch Jada play, which I've been there. I've seen you guys play at least twice. You got girls that like to take it to the hoop, and she likes to take it to the hoop. And what I call rough riding it. She doesn't matter if she gets hit with some contact or what have you. She'll make the right play, and maybe even her and Gracie, they kind of enjoy the physicality of the whole deal. What's it like having players like that?
It's a trend that we have. It's a culture that we have created, and it's a dog culture. And we hang our hats on the defensive end, and we guard you. And it starts with Grace, Jada, and Arjayla, and it permeates throughout the rest of the girls. And you'll see it going forward with a lot of our girls that's coming up through the grassroots.
But talk to me about how much this season was kind of motivated by what happened last year with that double overtime loss at state, and how much you wanted to prove, even to some of the ones that graduated the year before, that we can do this.
It was important that we got over that hump. I mean, I think with any championship team, you never want to go all the way and feel like you're right at the doorstep and lose. But like I said once before, I think it was more of a lesson for us. And we learned from the loss. And we were prepared this coming up year for the journey, the ride down there, how to prepare for the game. And, when we get in that big stadium, how to perform in that big stadium.
And when you got in that big stadium, this would be my last question here. You were playing a Quero team that I think both you guys kind of knew was a little bit overmatched, but you still have to play the game. And when you guys got up by 20 early, I know that's what you coach. You're like, listen, let's just not even play with our food with this game. Let's get this thing over with. And boy, you guys got it over with quick. Did you start feeling them emotions of winning the state title earlier than you expected?
Remain in the moment, and I wanted to keep my girls humbled in the moment. I definitely wouldn't allow myself to celebrate too early. Not until the horn went off and the clock read 0-0-0. And I think it's important that, like I said, we've been fighting for this trophy for so long that I couldn't allow myself to, celebrate too soon, because it's the celebration is after the horn, not before or during.
Yeah, you said a long time, 17 years in the making. You finally got back in there. I'm looking at your mantle over there. You got a nice space over your left shoulder for another one. So let's go get it again next year, Coach. Congratulations, and thank you for joining me, man.
Thank you for having me, man. Let's go, Lady Tigers.
Let's do it.
Hey, that'll do it for today's show. Thanks for joining us. If you can get to the Alamo Dome for state, do it. If not, hey, we got you covered this Sunday morning at 10 on NBC5.